Today I'm going to share with you another paranormal experience that I had. It was actually at an abandoned house about 2 years ago, December. I had come up here to Oregon for my birthday to be with my mom, and my cousin wanted to do like a photo shoot because I was really into photography back then. And I was asking her if she knew any cool places, and she had picked these two abandoned houses. Now, the first one we went to, everyone calls it the Crooked House, and I'll show you why. Here's a picture. It's crooked. Now, no creepy things happen here, nothing paranormal. It's just an abandoned house. It was actually caught on fire several years ago, and it just was left to just fall over, I guess. The second house that we went to, I'll put a picture here. Now, it looked like when I peeked through the door, the back door, because you can't get to the front door from the front. It's just overgrown with shrubbery and trees and bushes. Now, when I peeked, looked through the back door, it looked as if somebody totally, completely gutted out the whole first story, the bottom story of the house, like as if they were doing reconstruction on the entire thing. And it looked like somebody just dropped their tools and left. Either maybe somebody ran out of money on fixing it up, or maybe something scary happened. I don't know. No one had been there for a while. That was pretty obvious. There's dust and dirt on everything. There's broken glass, so I'm sure kids and who knows what else had kind of terrorized the place. Kept looking up at the top story window, and I kept looking at it like feeling like I was gonna see something pop out or somebody run down the stairs. I don't know. I kept looking at it. Just something about that window, and something about upstairs. Like I was thinking, I was like, something feels weird about looking up where the top story is. It was off. Something was off. So I drew a map, okay? And it's just kind of a rough sketch to give you an idea. In the photo that I just showed you, this is that back door. The front door is up here. Now there's no way you can get to it. It looked like there had used to be a front porch, because the front door is like way high above the ground. So there was probably a pretty decent front porch that led to it, but there's no way you can get to it at all. And I mean, there's a huge tree in front of the door. So I'm guessing this house has been here abandoned for a while, quite some time. So when you walk in, here's stairs. Now, hopefully you can understand this. Like this whole area is open. There's like workbenches and stuff. There's like an old bathtub in here. I'm guessing this was the bathroom or something. There's a wall. There's a torn down wall here. There's a wall here. Like this was probably like a room. I think the kitchen area was over here, but all this was pretty much, the floor was just caved in. So there was no way you could just go past here at all near the front door. Anyway, now these are the stairs. Now the stairs this is where they start, and they curve around, and they go up, and then they curve around again, and up on the second story, it's a hallway. So hopefully this little stairway makes sense. So as soon as I walk through the back door, right, I kind of hang out in here, kind of getting a feel for the place and looking around. I kind of get an idea of, where you go upstairs, and I notice how the floor is all caved in here and dangerous and scary looking. And me and my cousin are kind of talking back and forth. She's like outside still, like she's not really comfortable going inside. So I kind of feel a little brave and enter, and I kind of just hang out in here. Now as I'm hanging out, I'm like taking pictures and looking around, and right above me, I start to hear like the floorboards creaking, right? And it kind of sounds like something walking slowly, but it's small, like an animal. And it just hangs out in one spot, and it kind of goes in a circle. Now there's a hole through the floor, and I'm looking, and right when I hear where the little kind of teeny tiny footsteps are, it should walk over that hole, but it doesn't. And my thought is, what if there's a skunk, a raccoon, a possum, some sort of animal, you know, and I kind of get a little scared, but at the same time, it's almost like a mix of little, like, animal steps, like, like little animal steps mixed with bigger creaking steps, right? But really slow, very, very slow. And my heart kind of starts pounding, and I kind of don't really want to tell my cousin because I don't want to freak her out because she's already not really comfortable coming inside. But I kind of don't want to be the only one experiencing this. And so I kind of call her inside, and she doesn't really want to come inside. And I'm like, come on, let's just come in and take pictures. And as soon as I kind of start talking to her, the sounds stop. And so whatever it was like walking in a circle. And in my head, I'm thinking maybe there's a room, cause it's closer, cause see, like right here, like this, the hallway would be like right about here where these steps are. So there's a room right above, you know, right above where I am. So I'm guessing there's a room, or maybe it's in the hallway, but it's walking in a circle, like it's stuck, right? So I kind of try to ignore it a little bit because I still kind of want to explore, but I still feel a little creepy, on edge, just from that. And it was probably, I was thinking, it's just an animal, maybe it's stuck. I don't want to go up there and confront this animal. Because what if it has rabies? It's during the day. If it's some sort of, you know, rodent thing, I don't want to come near it. So we kind of just spend our time in the bottom story, taking pictures of each other, hanging out. Here's a photo I took. Here's another photo I took. So I finally kind of get the courage to want to go upstairs. I'm kind of a little frightened at the idea of what might be up there. I was kind of terrified either way, whether it's something or nothing. I wasn't really sure if I wanted it to be either. Because in a way, I would have been maybe a little relieved if it was like a creature, like a cat or a dog or a possum or a skunk or something. But it still would scare me that there's a creature up there. And what if it pops out and jumps on me or something like that? I don't know. But then I would also be terrified if it was nothing, if there was nothing there. So I lose either way. So I kind of get the courage where I'm like, I want to go upstairs. And I kept telling my cousin, like, I want to go up there so bad. I want to go. And she was kind of like, she's like, I don't want to go upstairs. And so her being kind of scared made me feel a little braver. You know, I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go upstairs. And I was really proud of myself. So as I kind of go upstairs, I make it about to here, around this little corner. Now, that window I was telling you about that I kept looking up at, this is where that window is. It's like right in the middle of the top, like kind of like the high point of these steps. Now, I could not even make it to that window. I kept looking at it and I wanted to like kind of reach up and look out, but I couldn't. It was like I was petrified, I guess. Like I was stuck. And I don't know if I was terrified just at the thought that I heard something up in that upstairs. And the fact that as I'm kind of at the bottom corner and I look up, I can't see the hallway because the stairs curve up. I can't see at all. So the only thing I could do was take this picture. I so badly wanted to go upstairs. I couldn't do it. And I kind of gave in and just was like, I can't do it. So the only thing I could think of that I could do to get a glimpse of upstairs was to take my camera and stretch my arm as far as I could possibly go and take a picture of the hallway. And I just kept taking pictures. I kept taking pictures. I'm like, take pictures, keep taking them. And then, I mean, that was terrifying enough. Like my arm got chills, you know? And this, I mean, afterwards I'm thinking maybe this was just all built off of just a stupid animal upstairs and I just creeped out. I don't know. So here's a picture that I took of upstairs. I just couldn't I couldn't get over the fact that I could not make it up those stairs. Very rarely can I not push myself to go somewhere. So we left, and I was really, really disappointed, like, in myself, just for not being able to make it up those stairs. And I couldn't get it out of my head. And so I went and I talked to my mom about it. My mom's like, let's go back. Let's go back. I was like, really? You want to go? And she's like, yeah, let's go check it out. So me and my mom go back. Just me and my mom. Now, my mom is 10 times braver than I am. And I'm just going to say that it's just from her experience in life and everything, that just nothing scares her. Or if it does, she doesn't let it get to her. And I hope to be like that someday. So we get to the house. Now, I'm kind of a little hesitant. I was telling her how I heard these little footsteppy things upstairs. And so we go in and I'm like, Mom, those are the stairs. And I told her everything. I told her how I felt like I couldn't make it up the stairs. And so I kind of walked behind her and she just walks right upstairs. You know, scurry a little faster to keep up with her. And I mean, I was kind of scared, like, Mom, what if there's like a rabid, beastly animal up there? You know, and she just ignored me and went upstairs. And get up there and we walk in that first room. Now, in my head, I'm assuming that that first room is where I heard the sound from below, just walking up there. Because that is pretty much, I drew a map of the upstairs. This room. We walk up, this is that room, which is right above where that back door is. So I'm thinking this is where I heard whatever it was walking in a circle, right? We go in there, and here's a picture of it. Sign, really, of an animal. I mean, I looked everywhere in there. There's like a little mini closet. There's nothing in there. There's no twigs. There's no sign of like a bird's nest or like animal nesting. There's nothing in there at all. And I'm looking on the ground. There's no like claw marks. There's no poop. Like animals leave droppings, right? There's nothing. I looked everywhere. And so I was kind of like a little confused. And I saw the little hole, you know, that I could look down at, you know, through of that room. And we walk into this room. Here's a picture of that room. This room, there's a little closet. It's very small, very, very small. No sign of an animal. I mean, there's like debris everywhere, but it's like from a storm, like from storms and stuff blowing stuff. There's no like nests, poop, nothing. There's nothing in there, sign of an animal. Then there's like this little closet thing here. It's so little. You can see that in the photo that I took of the stretched one. You can kind of, it's just, I don't know, probably like 12 inches thick. So we walk into this room. This room felt a little like kind of like creepy, eerie, because everything was kind of trashed in there. I mean, there's no stuff in there. It's just like the walls. It was like pretty much like it's in the same, it's right above where the front door is. So it's like maybe that's like the part of the house that has like the most damage. People think that the little thing, the glowing white thing on the wall, I mean, I've showed that picture to people and they go, oh, look, it's a face. It's not a face. The wall, like, it's that stupid fake wood paneling, and it just mutated from like heat and weather, so it's all wrinkly, and the light coming in from this little window makes it look like a face, so it's not a face. Okay. That room kind of creeped me out as I looked into it. Now, when I looked into these two rooms, I was looking for something. I wasn't creeped out. I was kind of nervous, like, what if I find something? Well, as soon as we entered this room, I didn't want to go in that room. Something about that room kind of creeped me out anyway. So yeah. So then we leave, and, you know, we take a whole bunch of pictures. Now, right behind this house is this. What is it? I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Is it like where you put hay or something? Is it like a hay loft or something? Or was it something? I don't know. Does anybody out there know what that is? Because I don't know. I don't know. I live in the country now and I never used to live in the country, so I don't know. So after we leave, when we go home, I look online to see, I type in the name of the road. I can't remember the name of the road right now. But yeah. I type in the name of the road, I type in haunted house or abandoned house. And I think I typed in abandoned house on this road, Oregon, and a bunch of stuff, a couple links pop up, and I click on one. It was a list of hauntings, and it named this house, and I was reading somebody's little log, and they said that they believe and they've heard that that house has been haunted by cat spirits, and that they've constantly heard little animals crawling around upstairs and gone up there and there's nothing there. Is that weird? Or is that weird? Is that weird? That's weird. So yeah, that's my paranormal experience there. I actually went to this house yesterday, me and my husband did, because I thought it would be even cooler to tell you this story and actually be there so I could physically show you. We get to this house, right? And somebody just planted bees, like the boxes of bees around it. So, and they were swarming and crazy and scary, and I was really disappointed. I'm like, well, we'll just have to come back in the wintertime when nobody's left their bees to pollinate there. So in the future, I will do a tour of that house and actually show you. And we did go to the cricket house, but the cricket house is a little more crooked now, and so I'm kind of a little afraid to even walk around it. So I hope you enjoyed my little story. Please comment, share your thoughts and opinions. I've gotten some really wonderful comments and messages here on YouTube. I'm really loving the support, and I'm really glad that a lot of you like my stories.